We're cooking sous vide steaks today, and if you don't know what that means, it means you're in hot water. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we're cooking sous vide steaks, and if you've never seen it before, it looks like Sous Vide, especially if you're in the country of Texas. Wait, I am. But I think it's kind of European, sous vide. And what it is cooking food in plastic bags or Ziploc bags in hot water at a precise temperature. And this is it. This is all that a sous vide is kind of a slender stick. I look at it as an overgrown aquarium heater, like we used to put on our fish tank. But that's it. It has a little screw-on screw that just bolts right onto the side of your favorite pan. You fill it up with water. You have a minimum and a maximum water height that it will work with, and that's it. It will make the temperature go perfectly. Now, let's talk about temperature and sous vide cooking. This can absolutely heat the water to any temperature you like. However, take notes, those of you that don't pay attention. However, it will take some time. So, I have my favorite pot over here on the stove, heating it to a simmer, and then I'll put this on, and it'll only take a few minutes or maybe less to get to the exact temperature I want. So that's the only caveat, is I'd heat up your water first or get hot water from the tap for sure. So grab your pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You'll need a sous vide cooker, your favorite large stock pot. You'll need the food steak strips that we're cooking here today. I would just do one in each small Ziploc bag. They cook more evenly that way. And I would suggest some clothespins and some kitchen towels. And you'll understand what I mean in just a minute. This is a smart device. It hooks up to my cell phone. It has an app. I can control it from the phone. It has cooking guides. You say, oh, I'm cooking steak. It's a New York strip steak. It lets me pick, do I want, rare all the way to well done. And I'll show that to you too. First things first, because your pan will be getting hot as if it was on the stove, you'll need a cooking trivet, or I have two old pot holders that I don't care for anymore. It doesn't matter if you do or don't care for them, but I put those right there. Get my pot of water, and I have this plugged in. You'll notice it says 68.4, I believe, 8.5. And I'm going to put it over here and try to turn it where you can see. Hopefully that glare's not too bad. It's already gone up to 108 because that's where I was on the stove. So, turn on my phone, and for strip steak, see, it shows me I can go from very rare, or medium rare, medium well, or well done. And I'm going to go with the medium well. And so I just hit cook this guide. And it's named Anovo, and it says start Anovo. And you can hear it, but it's awfully quiet. Now, it shows that it's going to cook for an hour. It's 126.9. The temperature it needs to get to is 150. So I could have left it on the stove for a minute longer. Okay, 149.9, and I'm going to start putting my steak in. Now I squeezed all the air out, that's important. You want to get it submerged. And if you feel like you have some more air, you just open it up, squeeze it out, and close it back up. Then you clip it to the side. I'm going to cook a second steak because my wife would like to eat. I'll put that just under and squeeze that out. And put a clip right there. Now, I've got a third clip and a fourth one here. And you're wondering why I did that, and I'm glad you asked. It cooks much better and you lose a lot less of the heat if you drape something over. Drape that and get a second one and drape that over. You're done. It's at 150.6 actually and has 58 minutes now. It keeps cycling through, and if you wanted to control it from on the stick, you push this play button to turn it off, or plus or minus buttons to change your temperature or your cooking time. So, leave it alone for an hour, and when that time is up, it'll be done and perfect, and all we'll have to do is put a nice sear on it, and it'll be gorgeous and delicious. Okay, time is up, and take those towels off. All done. Doesn't that look delicious? Don't worry, we're not done yet. And so you can see it one more time, you just unscrew that, make sure all the water comes out, and then you can set it on a towel or something to dry, or just set it on the counter. There it is. I'll be right back. I'm going to drain the bags, put the steaks on a plate, and then we're going to sear them. Here are my steaks, and I had them in a little marinade so you can see little spices and things on them, but they look kind of pale. So now I need to sear them. I'm going to heat my pan real good, put in some butter for flavor, and mix it into the olive oil so that it doesn't burn. Remember, a little bit of oil, olive oil or cooking oil, helps to fortify butter and it won't burn so easily. Also, you'll need to turn on your Vinahood because this is going to get a little bit smoky. If you don't believe me, you will. Alright. Well, actually, rub them around in that a little. And we'll let that go about 1 minute per side, maybe. Alright, it's been about a minute, and I'll flip that over, and flip that over. May need to do that other steak a little longer in a minute. And we'll give it about another minute or two. Alright, let's see how this looks. Whoops. Much better. I'll turn that off while I let those other sides go. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not as pretty as it is when I do it on the regular stove. This pan must not heat as evenly as my regular stainless steel pans. We'll be right back in just a minute. Here's one of the steaks, and it looks pretty darn good. And it's juicy, and I'm just going to show you how nice. Even that medium well is juicy and tender. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. It's so nice to have a piece of steak that's not hard as a rock or burnt, or at the extreme end, so rare that it's bleeding. It's nice to have one that's just juicy, cooked, and tender, and you just can't beat it. Sous vide cooking is really simple. It sets the time, it sets the temperature, and once you find, the time temperature you like for things, you can even make your own recipes and save them on your app. I'm sure most apps are pretty close to the same. And also, there are lots of sous vide recipes and things online, and once you download them or get them, you just hit start, and it'll do it for you. I want to thank one of my loyal subscribers and supporters, Dennis Lovelady. I walked out onto the porch one day and picked up a box from Amazon, and I knew I hadn't ordered anything, and I opened it up, and inside was the sous vide. And it turns out he had sent that to me in the channel. So thank you to Dennis Lovelady for making that kind of investment in our future, and I hope to bring you more sous vide recipes that you can all enjoy. I really have enjoyed it so far, by the way. If you like this recipe for sous vide New York strip steak, give it a thumbs up. Smash that like button to help the channel. We're almost to 500. I think we're at 495, and we're aiming for 1,000. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experience with sous vide cooking and how you like your steaks. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Enjoy, and be well. Everybody has issues. There. So I'm going to heat up my pan real good. Put a little... Ooh. I don't like that sound. Never made that before. If you like this recipe for sous vide New York steaks... No,